Welcome to my first successful streak of 10 days, the 10th day of the channel. Please be welcome. I know it's a little bit of noise disturbing you, but it's the continuous rains outside, and I'm absolutely helpless. And today, being the 10th day, I have chosen a topic which is one of my personal favorites, the environment. See, environment in itself has multiple meanings, multiple but the same meanings. Talk about meaning one, environment in itself is surroundings. It is what surrounds us right now. Right now, I'm in a working environment. Of course, it's work from home, it's much more comfortable. But this is the environment that I am in a room. On the other hand, environment is what we live in, it's where we live in. It's this whole natural world. This can be considered one large environment because this is the world's largest environment. Or it can even be specific to a geographical area or a geographical location can also be called an environment. Now, as the content of this title says, or as today's content goes, I am telling you how do we get along with this environment? How do we move with this environment? How do we conserve this environment? How do we live in this environment? And I'll give you two dimensions. The first dimension and the second dimension. The first dimension is how you live along, how you get along with your surroundings, with the environment that you are in right now. And the second one is how do you get along in this world as one large civilization or one large environment. How we as humans, or we being a huge civilization, can impact this environment and get along with this environment. Talk about the first aspect here. How do I get along with my surroundings? The simplest answer that I will give you is nothing but adaptation. Adapt to your surroundings. Adapt to where you live in. And adapt only till an extent. Yes, I told you only till an extent. This is because if the environment that you are in right now, if what surrounds you right now is a man-made environment, or it's a man-made building, it's a man-made hut, or it can be any man-made situation, or any man-made thing right there, you have to adapt only till an extent. You can go the other way as well. If you're already happy with this, if you're already happy with the environment that you're in, you already got along with it and you're already happy. If you're satisfied with this, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it, and you are in a happy environment. But on the other hand, if you're dissatisfied with this environment, that is where you would like to adapt. That is where you will have to adapt only to an extent. And I mean to an extent because if there is a man that created this, a man can also alter this. So alter the environment around you, alter the building around you, alter the room around you to an environment or to an atmosphere that suits you, that keeps you cheerful, that makes you happy. So this little alteration can make a small change in the environment that you are in right now and keep you cheerful. Which is why I mentioned to adapt only to an extent, because once your adaptation is beyond the limits or beyond your personal limits, let the environment adapt it to you. Let the environment adapt to yourself, your happiness and your needs. Because if a man has created this, a man also has the right to alter this. And the simplest way, I would say, the simplest solution to keep an environment up to our findings or up to our likings is to keep it clean. Cleanliness, as simple as it is, keep your surroundings clean. You are happy within your environment. Now that I told you what you should be doing within your surroundings or within your personal enclosed environment, let's talk about the larger dimension here, the larger aspect, larger picture. The second one is, of course, the environment is one large world, one large planet that we live in. So this is the environment that requires a lot of subtle care. And the simplest way to get along with this second environment is to love it, embrace it, live with it, or just be a part of it. Because we are a part of this environment. We are just that one tiny little particle which makes this large environment. And which is why I mentioned we should live with it, we should get along with this. Or we should strive to get along with this. And to get along with this, you require a lot of skill sets, a lot of basic skill sets. And these skill sets includes, as I told you earlier, to love itself. Man has to find the right alternative to keep this environment more cheerful. Now, we have been doing a lot of harm. We have been harming the environment right from the moment we started living in this planet. Now, humanity being the most dominant species in this planet right now, we have only caused harm. So it is the time that we think right now to do the other way, to unharm. There's no such word called unharm, but I would say to rectify the harmings that we have done, to undo those changes. This is the right time to do that. Always find the exact opposite. What caused this planet to deplete its ozone layer, to deplete its oxygen, to deplete its oxygen. It's nothing but deforestation. So find the right opposite. What is it? Afforestation. Plant more trees. The earth will be happy, gets happy, and you are also getting along with it. Reduce pollution. Pollution has been causing one large issue to this entire planet. I think this is the third time that I'm mentioning this in the channel. The reason I'm mentioning this back to back in every video is that that is the level of trouble or the level of chaos this is causing. And this needs to be looked upon. This needs to be looked upon at a very large scale, right from an individual to a very large scale. Every human being needs to step up. This is how you find the right alternative to give it back to the environment. Always find a cleaner alternative. Always find a reusable alternative, I would say. And as one large business, or as business investment go, always invest into one which is cleaner, which is greener. Try to find the one which has less carbon footprints. Always go with the one which gives us less greenhouse emissions. Just Google it, you can find it. You can find out thousands and thousands of alternative methods to keep this environment a better place. So what I would like you to do is always invest or always put in your money into the right product. Never go for a product that pollutes the environment. Because in the end, it's us who suffer. It's the humanity who suffers. It's the humanity who caused all these problems. It's the humanity who is suffering this right now. And it's the humanity who will take up this. So we are the one who created this. This creation is the one which is going to destroy us. So a man that who created something will be destroyed by that same thing which created him. Which is why I recommend you, or I would suggest you, to always find a cleaner alternative to get along with this environment. Having said that, 10th day of my video. Have a good day. Thank you.